Yo, Bad Mind TV, walk one. Big up my subscribers. I see every week, You lot are just banging subscribing, and I'm raw not even having to ask and that. You get me? So that's good. I ain't have to be all like and subscribe every minute and all that, you get me? You see my content, you like, and you're reaching out. The only thing I would ask is that if you're subscribing, then make your brethren know, say, yo, I've subscribed to this channel, and rare, you get me? Make a single baby mom know, or a single baby father know, or you get me? One of your auntie them, like that, because you have. But anyway, as I do, I just constantly think about things in it that I can share that uplift a certain mind thinking. You get me? And this is one that no one talks about. I'm constantly looking for subjects that no one ain't talking about online. It's hard to do, Today I come up with this, to spread to maybe even the parents them. You can show this to your youth and that. I'm telling you that when you get to a certain stage in life and that, and you was giving problem, and you know that you always had head, you know that you weren't no idiot, like that, you know that you're not thick and that. Obviously, you realize, so you give trouble when you was younger, and I'm telling you that when you give the trouble now, at the time you don't notice that it's gonna affect you later on, when you wanna do things, that it takes not causing trouble to do. You get it? So when you want to do things now in life, it's always about your criminal record. It's always about what you done. It's always about your past. It's always about, oh, you did this 10 years ago. You did this when you was 18. You did this when you was rare. Yeah? And you'll always be reminded of your history. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I'm constantly reminded of it. Yeah, you're reminded of it always. Any little turn, that your history precedes you. I know what that saying means now. Your history precedes you. Yeah, I thought that's a saying. But yeah, it's like, so if you once never had a record, yeah, and you get a record, and it's so easy to get a criminal record. A lot of people have got records for little things, but then they just done little things. A lot of people have been arrested and been in a cell. Yeah, even people with good jobs, but they just got arrested for just a little one-off, little fight in a poor ball. The little one-off, and then they realize and said, you know what? Forget that. You get me? But like when you go in at it, and you're actively, basically doing things that break the law, yeah. It raw mess it do, and you've probably heard this before. If there's any them youngers watching, you've heard this before, yeah. But you ain't heard it from somebody. It's always from someone who's an outsider, like parents, like your mum or your dad, and they're gonna go, yo, when you're older, you're gonna realize what you was doing and rare, and you just think you ain't even give no trouble. So what right do you have to talk? That's what my job is, yeah. So you can listen to me, cause I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you, a man who's got history, a man who's got a record, bro. I'm telling you that when you start doing them levels of badness there, where they count you as someone who they have to watch when they arrest you in that car, to see you as one of the lads. When you put yourself in that category, you can't really, it's hard. It's hard to, if you want to change it around, and it affects so many things you wouldn't know. Even if you get in trouble for an offence, they're going to bring up your history. So say you've been out of trouble for 7 years, 10 years, yeah, and then something happens, that they treat you the same as if it was the other day he's giving trouble. They don't treat you no different, They don't say, oh, it's because Ray, he's alright, he just made a little mistake. They go, yeah, he's back up to his old tricks. Even though it had nothing to do, you weren't there or nothing, they're going to treat you like you was giving trouble yesterday. You understand what I'm saying to you? Also, you might want to go for things like, you might want to get a decent job. Forget it. If you got a certain history for certain things, forget it. The system's designed to keep you resenting them for punishing you for what you did. That's what it is. You will resent them for punishing you for what you did. Yeah. And then it's not even punishing you, it's leaving, sorry, not punishment, for leaving the history on the system. They could have just punished you and make you go on. Yeah? You understand me? But they make sure that any little, from you get any CRB or whatever they call it now, when you get one of them checks there to get a decent, you might see a lot and say, oh, I'd love that job, you get me? You can't get that because you got history. And then you might say you don't want to work. You might say, yo, enough of these rappers say, yo, a 9 to 5 is for bums. I used to say that. When I was making good money. I used to say that when you could make like 3-4 grand a day, every day, yeah. And when you're doing that and you're watching the little idiot boy catching the bus to go work, and you're in your Bimmer or you're in your Merc, you know how it goes, or you're in your Jaguar, you get me? You're looking at them and they're thinking they're idiots, you know. They're not idiots, bro. They're smart, man. Yeah, they're doing what they're doing the slave master, what you say, they're following government Babylon thing. But you know what? If I could rewrite the script again, I'd be the man on the bus, you know. I would. I ain't gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna talk the truth. I always talk the truth here. I'm being honest, you them. If there's any youths watching, I don't know. I'm telling you, yeah. If I could rewind back all this thing, I'm not living in regret. I'm just saying that if I could tweak it, I'd have come out of it a little bit earlier on, you get me? I wouldn't have rode that horse for so long, you get me? Cause there will be a time when you need things and your record just literally, it just stops it straight away. Or it will become a hurdle, yeah? And then like I said, once you've got certain things on there to do with violence or, you know, violent stuff, you ain't getting the sweetness out of certain things, man. I wish I could. There's certain things, even if you go for certain properties now to rent, they want to know your criminal history. Just for you to rent a yard, you might have the money to rent a nice place, but they want to know your criminal history. Yeah. They do a CRB check on you to rent a yard, basically. So you might get a girlfriend, get a nice little place, say, yo, look at that place, you could rent that. You better get it in her name. A lot of things as well. You can't get things in your name. You live a life where you everybody else's name is in charge, is for you. Yeah, you live through other people. I want a mobile phone, to get it through this person. I want a flat, you have to get it through that person. More time you're living in other people's names because your history don't allow you to get through and past the thing. You understand what I'm saying to you? So you better have them people that's willing to let you use their name. You get what I'm saying to you? Yeah? There's so many things, yeah. So many things that it will affect you. And I had to come on here and make man know, like, yo, listen, it's all good what you think. It's all good that you think you're living for the night. It's cool. Do your thing on it and make it work for you. But just remember that there's gonna be a time when your record will remind you that, yo, remember what you done, you know, and that will affect you from doing certain things. Yeah. Even getting certain vehicles, finance companies, they might want to check your history. You get me? They might want to check your history to get certain things. Nothing that you want to access. It's all about your criminal history, where you're coming from, what you've been doing. Yeah. And you just don't think of that at the time when you're doing what you're doing. Cause the money come in quick. Yeah. And it's a bit of a myth anyway. Cause I'll tell you something. I was speaking to my brother, and he's bought a property, he's got a house and that, yeah. You know the funny thing is, I said there's man, he works, he's got a good job, and I said there's nothing man on the road earning big money, and at your age they haven't done what you've done. And the dirty money comes quick. Dirty money comes fast. You see that legal money, it's long and it's slow. But it's better for the long run. That long slowness is better for the long run. I only saw that later on. I didn't, if someone could have explained that to me and shown it and proved it to me, I would have cut out, if you could prove it to me. But when I saw these idiots just going to work and cashing the bus, I said, look at these idiots going to work. Yeah, going to work like some little, you hear me? And I thought, nah. But now, when I look now, in hindsight, yeah, it works out. It raw does. Raw works out. So, like, if I could, yeah, rewrite that little piece there, I probably would, because I actually admire them now. I admire them 9-to-5ers now. It's kind of weird. I do. I'm being real with you. I kind of admire them, bro. Because I know that they're building a certain thing where they're on the system and that they can get what they want. They can kind of get what they want. You get me? They can get what they want. Long as you're earning, you got your bills in check, you can get house. You can get your car. You can get the pretty 25, 26 plate. You know, like that. You can get them thing there. You know what I'm saying to you? When you're in the thingy, you can't buy brand new cars. You can, but you have to go through all kind of isms and schisms. You get me? You have to wait till they get a little bit older, with like 2 to 3 years old. Then you can buy them with your cash. It's hard to buy them cash brand new. Yeah? Because they're in the showroom, and the showroom's going to want to know where you got this 30 grand cash from, mate. Yeah? So you have to wait till it gets second hand, till it's about 16, 15 grand. 13, 15, somebody will take that cash off you. Anything under 20 grand, somebody will kind of take cash off. When you start going over 20s, people don't want to take that kind of cash off you, really. You get me? They need it to kind of balance. Some in the bank, some there. Enough man even got bank accounts. I was speaking to a man the other day, and he ain't got no bank account. I said, how do you survive? He said, I use my girls. I said, there you go then. You have to lose somebody else's. So, it just goes to showing it you're living in somebody else's shadow. It's never gonna really, like, it's never gonna work long term. You know, like that. So I just want you to just make the people them know. If you're starting to knock around with people that are up to no good and you've got a clean record, get the F away from them. Get away from them now. If you want to have a chance in the future of being able to have certain things that you see, somewhere you don't notice when you walk, you see a nice house. You see that nice house you're walking past and you look at it, that's a beautiful house that is, yeah? You can't really get one of those easily if you got a record, a bad record. Let's just get this straight, yeah? But you can get them things easy if your record's clean. Yeah, it helps you. It really helps. So, like I said, if you started to knock around with these geese and like to do things like throw through bricks through windows and smash cars up and all them kind of things and steal cars, get away from them now. You get me? Before you get your first charge. You see, once you got your first charge, the next one comes quick and the one after that comes quicker. And before you know it, your 15 charges deep and unworkable. Yeah? Unhireable. Yeah? That's from the truth. Yeah? Telling you the truth. Just tell you how it is. Yeah? Big up my subscribers. One order. Bad Mind TV. Respect.